right, hello. Welcome to Adventures in Lollygagging and Friends. We're back tonight. We're playing more Time Watch. And we were talking before we went live about surprise ambushes. So Jeremy, I know what your answer is. Like, what's an ambush that's happened to you in a game that was relatively ridiculous? Would you care to share?
I would love to share. My favorite sneak attack ever put against me as a player was when I was sneak attacked by a stampede of horses. It was just mind-boggling.
So awesome. Were you in the D&D game that is a Skullcano Islo game that Matt ran us through? Were you in that one?
No, okay. I know about it.
That's my favorite.
Were you playing the elephant, right?
I was playing the elephant. Yeah. So I was playing I think a Twilight Cleric elephant, whatever the hell they call them. And so we were doing Skullcano Island, and I think my passive perception was like 30. Like, it was crazy. And so you could tell Matt was kind of done with the adventure as he ambushed us with King Kong, like, out in the jungle. He just said, like, screw it, I was gonna throw King Kong at you instead and attacked us with King Kong and wiped the shit out of us. It was so funny. You could tell he was just like, I don't really like this anymore. This is so funny. But yeah, that's what I'm like, huh? I'm like, Matt, my 30 passive perception, didn't see that coming. He's like, nope. Nope, didn't see it.
Did not. I can't think of any like ambushes in particular.
I was at the table when Jeremy got snuck attacked by sneak attack stampede.
Was it?
He looked around the corner.
Like, were you allowed to hear the rumbling, and then you just didn't know it was horses?
We'd already done this whole extended sequence because it was like a war-torn town. We've already seen lots of fighting. I had made a series of 10 different checks trying to sneak across the town.
Game confirmed.
And the last thing that happened before we took a brief break was like, okay, I'm going to peek my head around the corner. I'm going to take a look to see what's coming because I know there's a battle going on nearby. We break, we come back, and like the minis are all set up on the table. My character's just sitting in the middle of the road. We roll for initiative. Okay, the stampede goes before you, so it sneak attacks you. Why am I standing in the middle of the road? We'll talk about that after the session. But I'm sneak attack, and it was instant kill too.
Yeah,
my gosh,
one shot killed.
Wow.
Can confirm.
That's rough. Just tired of playing. Want to do a new game? Never mind.
There's a certain point where I, as a player, will begin being petty and just like having characters do stuff that's like,
no.
I'm a petty man.
It's ridiculous. Not at all. Okay, all right. No one else just randomly ambushed in the game before? You're just like, what the hell is that?
I think so.
I can't think of any.
No.
No. There's one I perpetrated. I remember this. This was a Zweihander one, Adam. So we were doing our, this is way back when we were doing the initial podcast when we first got started. And I ambushed them with an owlbear while they were like camping at night. And
that's right.
I like our buddy Coder, who was playing with us at the time, like, he had lost his first character in a really badass, awesome way. But then he made the second character, and the second character was crazy strong. And I rolled randomly to see who I attacked, and it was his. And it was like and he literally got picked up and carried away. And his rolls were so bad, like to defend and everything. He failed everything. I literally picked his guy up and flew away with this guy in owlbear. So like, but I gave him rolls. He just failed. That's all.
He failed very, very badly. I do remember in D&D, like years ago, speaking of horses, I remember being newer to, TTRPGs in general and not understanding like the necessity of a perception check. And there was like a seemingly ill, possibly dead horse that I was like, oh, let me bend down and check this thing out. And like out of the horse carcass, like I get attacked with something. It's like, oh, dear.
Amazing.
It was the closest to like a surprise ambush that I can think of.
Oh, I think, speaking of like early D&D, didn't I ambush? I think I ambushed our group. This is back when it was back in our home game. I think I caught you guys with you guys camped by a pond but didn't look in the pond as there were giant frogs in the pond. And so I think I almost ate. I didn't kill anybody, but I ambushed you guys. I swallowed someone, but you managed to save them before it was too late. So But again, that was early days where like no one really knew what we were doing. I'm just like, it's giant frogs. Makes sense. Like, oh, you guys didn't look. So
this is the thing that we do. You get swallowed by something and you fight it out from the inside. Because as we've learned, the armor is only on the outside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's what's on the inside that counts.
It's true.
Well, and that's squishy insides that can be knifed through pretty easily.
Yeah. We have a joke in our Dragonbane game with Aaron that the best way for us to kill a monster is just to have one of his monsters swallow my frog knight, because it's happened 3 or 4 times in the campaign, and every time I've lived and we've killed the monster, so it works pretty well. So
nice.
It's a good strategy. All right. Okay, so we ready to get going? We ready to enough of this?
Yes.
Enough of this chit chat stuff, pretending like we're friends. Let's get to business. Okay. I once again forgot to write up a summary, but last time around, we are on the moon. We are in 1858. We've traveled here from 1969, and we were in 1969 after first traveling to like 1977 or something like that. Berlin Wall came down too soon. That looked strange. Turned out Apollo 11 mission, something went wonky, got shot down by laser beams on the moon as it approached, and those laser beams were attached to a Gothic cathedral that is in control of the Order of St. Kronos, which is some sort of like fringe Catholic church group from the 28th century that sent back this cathedral, and like they put it back on the moon back in 1858, and they were trying to communicate with some deep space voice of God. You all snuck onto the bridge of this cathedral, the celestial nave, looking like people, like liturgioniers who work here, and you saw His High Holiness Exclaimant show up with his guards, with the special royal guards, and communicate with what looked like the Virgin Mary. Something was really strange and up at that point, but you all had sabotaged the place. I think a few of you, I think it was Sun Tzu and Muck, sabotaged the incense burners and put some knockout gas that released. I think Syra and Thomas, you sabotaged the communications. So communications to the other parts of the cathedral were blocked. And then Jimmy and Isra rigged the Ark of the Covenant to explode. So all those things happened pretty much in close succession. And after the explosion, it was revealed that His High Holiness Excremant wasn't just a human. He was actually a cockroach in disguise, as the explosion had screwed up his disguise. He started having these weird like mandibles and feelers coming out of his skin. And at that point, he just ripped the rest of the body free, and so did his guards. And you guys broke into a fight with 4 giant cockroaches on this bridge of this cathedral on the moon in 1858. Meanwhile, all of the other bridge crew were getting knocked out because you had put a gas capsule in the incense burner that was knocking people out. A bunch of you took some damage. His High Holiness, there was one really good shot. I think it was Jimmy who knocked him out, who stunned him, and so His High Holiness got knocked unconscious. But the 3 guards are still conscious, and the last thing we did as we were leaving last session, the door busted open to the celestial nave, and you saw 5 Crusader Temporant, and they're in their righteous armor with their big old weapons ready to go, and their sanctified gunblades, I should say, and that is where we finished. So let's pick up new round, fresh set of stitches. So make sure you guys are giving those out because you might need them this time. And I'm going to say the last thing I did basically was act on the Crusader Temporant's part, busting the door open. So we're going to say a new initiative round begins. I'm going to toss it to you guys. So all of you are scattered about on the celestial nave. I think you're all on the main floor. None of you went up to the balcony. There is debris. There are bodies everywhere, some of which might be dead, some of which from the explosion. Some of them just might be unconscious. It's kind of hard to see. But it's you all, these cockroaches, and these 5 Crusaders. And that is what we see. So let me get a little music going.
Who are you looking at? Just been phased by the cockroach people?
I'm sorry, say it again, Joe. You broke up a little bit.
the Crusaders as they come in, do they seem phased by the cockroaches? Or are they like, who are they focused on as they're
That was my question
entering
too.
the room?
Okay. So I'm gonna say, Sun Tzu, you asked the question, so you can take the first, and you'll go first in the initiative here. I'll say you could lead us off. You look over, and you can see they've got gun blades out, drawn, and they're looking around, and then they see the cockroaches, and like two of them focus fire on they start firing at the cockroaches. Like a few of them are like looking around and trying to understand exactly what's happening. So it doesn't look like they are immediately attacking you.
Okay. I don't have military tactics left to spend. Is there anything else in this? Does this room have any like security system? Like
this is the bridge.
Like that?
Terminals everywhere. However, many of them have been damaged by the explosion. So but there's potentially things you could do if you wanted.
Okay. Just wondering if I could like hack some of the systems to come online and help us.
Okay. So you race over. I think you and Isra and Muck were the ones nearest to the arc. Because at one point, I think you got the arc snapped on your hand at one point. So I think the two of you are near there. Muck had been inspecting his High Holiness. Syra ran over as well. And then I think Thomas was by kind of like the communications terminals, which are a little further away. And then Jimmy, you weren't amongst the thralls, so you're kind of probably off on your own. So Sun Tzu, if you rush over to a terminal and you want to try to get see if there's any sort of defensive stuff in the
something that'll help. Because we've taken a lot of damage and they're messing us up. So something that'll impede these cockroach guys.
Okay.
You know.
Do you want to make a spend?
Yeah, I'll do a hack spend.
Okay. So if you make a spend, we'll say you rush over, you get down onto one of these terminals, you make a spend, and you realize that one of the systems that's still operational, there does seem to be like some kind of laser suppressant that is inside of this room, and it would potentially come down like these automated. The problem is that the explosion has potentially damaged it. So if you give me a tinkering roll, that could potentially get them up online.
I will spend 3.
Yeah.
6, 9. There we go.
Okay. So as you're hacking and you're moving through, you see something's up, and like you're having like access denied, and then you realize finally there's this security measure. You activate them, you hear, and you see coming up from the floor this panel just like this slides off to the side, and then like hovering up from them off these like violet beams, you see these orbs just begin to float up into the air and start firing these bits of purple light. I'll tell you what, give me a shooting test for them, as it'll target one of these cockroaches as it pops up.
I'm going to say Stitch to Joe for all of this stuff while Joe unmutes himself so that we can hear him again.
Okay.
Oh, what? My bad. I only have 1 point in shooting, so.
Okay.
I got 2.
Okay, so there are now laser beams, like these floating orbs. We'll say there's 5. So all around this bridge, various like panels on the floor open up, and these floating orbs start firing these violet lasers left and right. Unfortunately, they didn't hit any cockroaches on the first salvo, but they are now there. If any of you wanted to continue to use them, who's going next for us, Sun Tzu?
Who looks like they're particularly ready to go next? Maybe Muck?
I have an idea.
Sure.
Oh, I could give it to Isra if you have something you want.
Go ahead, Muck. Go ahead.
Okay. So, I mean, we saw that the Crusader guys did start aiming at the bugs.
Correct.
I'm holding the staff of His High Holiness and covered in the gore of what remains of him after the thing burst through. So Muck will just play off of that and just like, they tore His High Holiness to shreds. Attack the true timeline. And maybe spend a point of military tactics, like presenting the gore of His High Holiness and the scepter of the fallen leader and trying to rally them against these cockroaches.
Okay. Sure. Let's do it. That sounds hilarious. Okay, so you're making a military tactics? Is that what you're doing?
Yeah, basically, one of the options it shows for military tactics is you can give, like, non-agents. So you can't give it to PCs, but you can give non-agent extras in the scene a bonus to their attacking folks.
Okay.
I'm all for letting these heavily armed crusaders do that.
Okay. Sure. So you're spending 1, so they're going to get all. So they're all going to get +1 on shooting rolls. Is that right? Okay. So they're going to get +1 to shooting. Is that fair?
Yeah, I don't know whatever you
that's one of the
declared the
samples.
bonus to be. Yeah,
I'll just give them +1 to attacks because some of them will probably.
Sounds good.
Some of them will probably just race up with their blades. Okay. Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay. And so they see you shouting this out. You are dressed in the admittedly damaged now, but you are dressed in liturgineer vestments. You have His High Holiness.
Yeah, we're
staff.
dressed in his raiment.
Yeah. There's no reason that they would suspect you in this case just yet. So I think they're just going to they're going to see the staff, and then you can hear like gasp, and then all guns turn and just start zeroing in on some of these cockroaches. Okay. I like it.
Pick a stitch.
Oh, look at this.
Hey!
Look at this. Who's going next, Muck?
I think Ezra had an idea.
All right, so I have 2 things, and I'm guessing I'm not going to be able to do both of them. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I am going to spend 1 to 2 points of paradox prevention to have my future self come back and help us fight.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Because
I highly endorse this.
Because current Isra has -4 health, so Isra from the future is not going to be hampered as such.
Okay. So you're gonna make the spend. So your second self from the future. So we're saying like. Okay, so they're gonna pop back. Where do you think they pop out of? Where do you think they show up? Do you think it's just like zoom, or do you like they like bust out of a vent or something?
Yeah. So they're gonna like come out shooting from a shadowed alcove is basically what they're gonna do. Is they're just gonna be like shooting their way out.
Okay, so all of a sudden, maybe over by the display, where you saw the Virgin Mary communication coming through, which was fairly sus. And you can see all of that is damaged, but so it's very shadowy and such. And maybe we hear and we see rushing out of that shadow is Isra. How does she look different? How do we know this is future Isra versus present Isra?
Because she looks healthy as shit.
Okay, so she's healthy,
Isra
just firing away. Okay, give me.
What I would also like to do, because this is the finale and you don't leave the finale with any points, I have 2 points of timecraft. And you can spend 2 points of timecraft to... Oh, where did it go? See alternate futures and pick the one you prefer. When spending 2 points, you pick a single general ability. For the rest of the scene, anytime you use that ability, you can roll 2d6s and choose the result you prefer.
Okay.
Oh, yes.
Absolutely.
Wow, nice.
Okay.
So she's...
I need to remember that.
That is cool.
Great.
Yeah.
Thanks for reading the rules that we didn't read.
Seriously.
I am spending all of the things.
Okay, so do you want to take some shots with future you?
I do.
Okay,
and future me is still me, so she still has double tap for shooting.
Okay.
So
Hell yes.
I'm going to spend my last 2 points of shooting to do a test. I'm going to roll. I got a 3 plus 2. I'm going to roll the d6 again for the timecraft spend that I did.
Yeah.
And that's going to get a 4, so then that's going to be a 6 is going to be mine to hit.
And you're shooting one of the cockroaches, I presume?
Yes, I am.
Okay, so there are 3. So a couple of them have come up into the group here. I think I'm trying to remember who all got attacked. I think Isra, you were getting chomped on by one. I think Muck, did you get chomped on?
Thomas did.
Thomas did too.
Yeah, I got munched on by the His Holiness as he transformed.
Okay. All right. And I think, if I recall correctly,
I don't know if I got munched on, but I definitely took a hit.
Oh yeah, you're at -4 health. You got. When I say munched on, like I just mean attacked. So like, but they're hitting with pincers and mandibles. Yeah. So.
Then yes.
So we'll say two of them. I'll say two of them are in the scrum around the body of His High Holiness with Isra, with Prime Isra, with Muck. Sun Tzu has just left that. Syra is in that. But I'll say Thomas and Jimmy are kind of off flanked off to the side, and we'll say one of them is over by Thomas. And then there's the door where all of the Crusader Temporans come in. Isra coming from the screen towards the front of the bridge. Second Isra, future Isra, hits one of these guards. Hits one of these cockroaches. Roll damage.
All right, so all I have is my pacifist, so that's the stun 5.
I mean, you could do something else. Let me see.
I could. I do have tinkering, so let me see with.
You could make the case that future Isra is coming with a different kind of weapon.
I could. So I can spend. Let's see. I can do that. I can make a tinkering spend to say she comes back with something different. What would my options be for that?
You could just have like some sort of, I don't know, you're from the 32nd century, so like what's a weapon maybe from your current century that you might bring back?
I would say it's like a vaporizer.
Okay.
That's
yeah, go ahead.
It like turns humans into it turns like solid creatures into like water vapor.
Okay. I mean, when they're reduced to 0 health, zero health,
of course. Yeah. Not like instantly.
All right, so if that's the case, if you're coming back with one of these vaporizer thingies, roll a d6 plus 1 would be the standard damage.
6.
Okay, so you shoot at 1, you hit its carapace. Remember, these things are heavily armored because they have these thick carapaces. That will bypass some of it. Like the armor will mitigate a little bit of it. But so you fire at 1, you see Isra popping out, fire, and you see like chunks of the carapace start to dissolve and kind of mist up a bit. But the entirety of the cockroach is still standing. Okay.
All right. And I'm going to activate double tap, and I'm going to roll again. I've got nothing extra to add to it, so I'm just going to roll, and then I'm going to roll again because I did the spend, and that's going to be a 5.
Okay, so that is a hit. Go ahead and roll your damage.
5.
All right, again, that will it'll get another patch on the armor, will get dissolved. So it's going to do more damage, but it's not enough to actually vaporize it in its entirety. All right, who do you want to go next?
All right, who's ready with something?
I was just gonna shoot.
I've got some.
All right, I'll go with Thomas. What you got?
All right, Thomas. He's engaged with one of them, right?
Yeah, we could say that because I think you got attacked last time for sure.
Okay, so he is going to load the railgun, but he's going to just try and jam it directly into the chest of something and pull the trigger at the same time, going at it from a scuffling approach. That's all right.
I would take that as a scuffling. Sure. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So we're going to spend 6 points on this.
Okay. All right. I would tell you that you probably don't need to spend 6. I would say that's probably you don't really get any bonus for spending 6. You know?
I do. I do.
Oh,
I've got that's got to hurt. Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm gonna spend 6 points on it.
you get a guaranteed 6
I
damage.
see what you're doing. I see what you're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're getting.
So I
okay.
did an 11, and whatever damage the gun does, it does +6 as well.
Okay, so it's going to do. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Walk me.
I think
through it.
6 is the
I don't.
minimum.
You didn't do
Yes.
17 damage.
Yes.
You did, I think
6
you did
is the minimum.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, so it like for every point you spend,
Right.
it does an extra damage with scuffling.
No, it
No, that's not
makes
what it
the
does.
minimum you could have. It's like, let's say you spent 4 points and you rolled a 1, you get a 4. Or
I got
in
you.
this case,
I got
you
Okay.
spent 6.
All right.
Right.
Well, then, yeah.
You did 7 damage basically. So like 6 was the amount of points you spent. That's the maximum you could roll plus your
I see.
standard 1, and so you did
I
7
see.
points of damage, which is still great
Okay.
because like that's the maximum.
Oh
you
yeah,
can
totally.
do. Okay. All right. All right. So you take this, shove it in its mouth, pull the trigger. You see a side of its head, like it's a very, it's got a big mandible, but then a tiny head, and you jam it up there. Half of its head goes flying off, but it's a cockroach, so it doesn't need like a full head, and so it's still functioning. Its pincers coming down at you, mandibles coming down, but you can tell it's like wobbling a bit as you've taken half of its head off.
Yeah, and one other thing I'd like to do with this, since I loaded the gun, and just leave this completely up to you, could I use a military tactics point to say something good happens from me also firing the gun at the same time? Some weird
Sure.
thing that you get to pick.
Yeah,
Okay.
spend a point.
Yep. There you go.
Okay, so the gun, as the railgun flies through its head, the beam continues up, clips one of those balcony railings, and that comes down and swings. Like it does like that kind of swing, like pendulum swing, hits him, and basically knocks him prone and like pinned underneath this. So he's like underneath this this section. So you can see he's kind of stuck there.
Sweet.
Love it.
Cool.
All right, go ahead. Take a point for that. You can take a stitch for that. That was a cool idea.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
So we've got 2 players left, right? So do either
And the bad guys.
Jimmy, Syra,
And
the
the Crusaders
Crusaders,
that are totally on our team.
and the Bugs.
are the Crusaders a different entity, or would they go at the same time as the Bugs?
I'm going to make them a third faction, because they're not necessarily your allies, not necessarily your enemies. So I'm going to make them a separate, like a third faction, basically.
Let's go with the Crusaders. See what happens.
Okay. The last time you did this, I just want to point out,
This
a
is a
lot
bad
of
idea.
damage ended up getting done. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So what are they going to do? They're going to, first of all, Muck, do me a favor. Give me a D6 roll.
Okay.
Just a D6 roll.
Sure. Right in the middle, 3.
Okay. 3 of them are suddenly like, they look at you holding the staff. They look at the thing that's next to you that's kind of hacking away, and all 3 of them are going to unload on the cockroach closest to you. Okay, so that's what's going to happen here. So each of them is going to gun blade it up.
Yay!
That's a good outcome.
Hell yeah.
That's good.
There's still 2
That-
more though.
Yeah. Just focusing on the positive for now.
Okay. All right, so they've got the. Okay, so they've got that sanctified gun blade. One of them will miss with a 1. Second one will hit. But this is not technically how you're supposed to roll it, but I'm doing it because it's faster. 2 of them hit, 1 of them misses. So 2 of them are gonna do damage. Okay, that's good damage. That's 7 points and 7 points. Okay, so the one nearest to you, Muck, you can see these shots from those gun blades come at it. Huge chunks of its body gets ripped and thrown. You can see one of its wings flutters off in a different direction. One of its antennae gets yanked free. Its mandible, half of it gets ripped free. It's still standing, but you can tell it is a shell of its former self as the gun blades, the shots from the gun blades cut through it. Sorry, I'm doing math with its armor. I can do this, guys. Thanks. Okay, got it. Then the other 2.
Good job.
Then I'm gonna say the other 2. What do they do? Okay, what do they do?
Fire aimlessly? They're so confused. They don't even know what to do.
Oh no.
I'm rolling randomly to see what they do. Okay. One of them rushes up to Thomas, and where this thing has been pinned underneath, and you can see it pulls its gun blade up and just tries to impale it down upon the pinned this pinned cockroach. That will hit, but barely. That was way too close for comfort. Okay, so I'm gonna go and give him an extra an extra d6 of damage because he's pinned, and so he's gonna come up. And Thomas, you can see this bug that you nearly shot his head off. It's like, and as it's trying to reach up and get free, this blade goes back right through its back, and he just kind of cuts it down. You see all these fluids begin to pour out as that one is dead. As you can definitely tell, it's field. And so you're standing right next to this Crusader. Okay. The other one. What is the other one going to do? The other one is going to. The other one's just going to fire, I think, at maybe the third of these cockroaches. That's probably not really taking much damage yet. And we'll miss with a 1. Oh, a lot of 1s. All right, then. I don't think they would give the cockroaches it, so I'll give it to Syra. What do you want to do, Syra?
I'm just gonna gunblade my way, and because I've been dying to use that.
Okay.
So, whatever the closest cockroach is.
You're pretty close to Muck, and one of the ones by Muck just took a whole crap load of damage from a couple shots from the Crusaders that came in.
Can I try and finish it off?
Sure. Are you looking to attack with scuffling? Like, are you going to close the distance and hack away, or are you going to shoot at it from?
I'm going to shoot at it.
Okay.
Happy to make a spend.
There's no spend. Just roll a shooting test. I mean, you can make a spend if you want to get a bonus on your roll, but
I'll spend 2.
Okay. Shooting,
which is good I did because that's a 4.
All right, roll your damage. Is that a 4 is good enough to hit?
Kill him! Kill him!
Damage is 5.
5. Okay. So you fire, and you can see as this thing gets shot twice, a couple different pieces coming off of it. It kind of turns around like it's about to take its mandibles and decapitate Muck, just kind of snap them around as it's leaning down, and you just fire like right over Muck's shoulder, and you just see it explode and fall down. Okay. Who goes next? Syra, you've got Jimmy, and you've got the cockroaches.
You know what, Jimmy, and because maybe, yeah.
Okay.
Finish off the cockroaches.
You got this.
Can't.
Well, you just gotta believe in yourself and
farmers know
make
how
up
to deal
some
with
stuff
cockroaches.
with some points.
No, really, I've got no weapon, nothing left in my shooting.
So
which of my friends looks the most beat up?
You can always spend a investigative point to get a +3 to a general ability. So, like, if you've got an investigative point that you can argue that could apply, then you can kind of refill over.
All right, Jeffrey.
What's up? What's up, Charles?
Could I take a shot with this chainsaw gun I stole off the ground?
Yeah, of course you
last
can.
session.
Yeah.
But can I leverage my knowledge of cockroach anatomy to give me a +3 on a shooting test?
Your trivia happens to know quite a bit about cockroaches. Yes, make a trivia test, right? You know exactly the weak spot.
Good. Thank you, Melissa. Stitch for helping me out.
Take it.
Yay!
Hope we're tracking this. No one's been tracking. Still says we got 18 in there. All right.
Oh, yeah, I haven't been tracking them. All right. So yeah, test with the +3. Oh, snap.
That is definitely a hit with a 9. Give me your damage roll. D6 plus 1, and you have the same weapon that Syra has. It's a D6 plus 1, and it's going to ignore 1 point of armor.
Okay.
Nice. Excellent.
Hang on. There we go. My numb lock was off. 5.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you fire at the one that's kind of again. It's one of the ones that's in the throng. It's nearest to the slumbering High Holiness Excremont. It's near Muck. It's near Syra. You shoot at it. You kind of clip one of its arms, and you just blow one of its arms clear off. But it has several others, so it's still standing.
Okay.
Not enough to kill him, actually.
I'm helping.
And it's his turn.
Yeah.
And because he goes last, it means he's going to get to effectively take 2 turns in a row. So here's what you guys see happen. You see the cockroach, the last cockroach, rushes to the High Holiness, crouches down, and you see its wings lift up, and they begin to flutter like 1,000 times a second. And as they do, you see it starts to create this glowing, bright green hue that then starts to turn violet. That's its first turn. Then it's going to give itself the initiative on the second turn. And as you see the cockroach and this High Holiness disappear in a flash that you all would recognize as a flit of time travel. These things have some sort of innate ability to travel.
Whoa.
Trap.
Meaning the only people left in the room that are alive are yourselves and these Crusaders Temporant, who are now like racing around and checking on the various people who are like on the ground. Like Thomas, like one of them pulls their sword out and like looks at you and kind of gives you a nod, and then kind of gives you an order to go check on a few of these like engineers in the corner to see what their condition is.
Oh yeah, I will. And if I have to use a point or two, I will, just to keep up the charade.
I don't think anything required. You guys made your disguise checks a while ago. Everything's in disarray. You guys are covered in blood. You're covered in cockroach guts and smoke. There's no reason to suspect you just yet. And so you go rush over and you start checking in on them.
Right. If I need to use a medic point, like in order to heal them, that's
if
what
you
I'm
would
saying.
like to really heal them. Sure.
Yeah. I'll heal them for 2.
Okay. And so you can see. Oh. What has happened? What has happened? And like one of them's looking up at you. Brother, what has happened? I remember an explosion. What? His High Holiness. Is he all right?
We don't know. I was ordered to take care of you.
And take care of me you have. And it like reaches up a hand and like
I
help
pick him up.
to his you help him up to his feet. What are the rest of you doing? We don't have to necessarily be in initiative at the moment because they're not attacking you.
I think I would lean on. I've got some charm I haven't spent yet, and I see Muck kind of like taking a knee and like holding out His Holiness's scepter to whoever looks to be the lead Crusader.
Okay. We'll say one of these Crusaders steps forward, and you can see they've kind of activated their little like shields. So that shouldn't have happened. Sorry about that.
Oh no!
He activates a shield and he stabs you.
Oh god!
He comes up to
made
you.
a huge mistake.
He forgot that his iPod's. Okay, so his shield comes down, and you see his face, and you come up and you hand him the scepter. He looks at you. Report, Liturgineer. What has happened here? Where is His High Holiness?
Abominations sprung forth. Monstrous roaches somehow from within His High Holiness just burst out. So much madness, everything at once, and then they just... You saw the wings.
Yes. You're saying that they were inside of Excremont?
Somehow, I don't understand how.
Speak plainly. Is His High Holiness? Is he gone? Is he dead?
I mean, Muck will point at the gore that he knows was once the meat shell around His High Holiness. That is all that remains.
He steps up and he looks at, like, again, it's literally like a wet towel in the shape of like a human skin on the ground, and he's using his gun blade to just move it about a bit.
What in Kronos' name is this?
Unless he is captured and that was just a fake meat suit they were wearing.
Do you think it's so?
This is madness. But this is the true sacred timeline. Perhaps they could not truly defeat him, so they impersonated him.
Yes, His High Holiness was a...
Because Muck will totally just lean into their...
Yeah, and he is buying it, like hook, line, and sinker.
He's just like, yes, His High Holiness Excremont was a powerful warrior in his younger years. He is not so easily felled by space cockroaches. We must speak with Malchior. Where is he? Is he among the dead?
We sent him off to get checked.
Not feeling well. It's peculiar. Who is in charge here?
He is a man of holiness as well. Perhaps whatever resonance of these abominations struck ill of one so holy as he.
You could say that he's just like stroking this like extremely perfectly cropped beard to the point where it looks bad. You know what I mean? You know those beards where someone's just like really ending to it just way too much. That's what he has. No mustache, and it's just the beard.
And that is most peculiar. Say, Malchior fell ill, and then there was assault on the nave shortly thereafter. These two things cannot be separated. Something is amiss here, brother. But you fought well.
And he like puts this big meaty hand on you.
Who says the Detergineers are not a warrior caste?
And he's like kind of like laughing. What
you do me great honor.
You do the order.
And then while that's happening, while this little bro love stuff is happening in the middle, what is everybody else doing? Thomas, we know, is healing somebody. Muck is yakking it up with the leader. What are the rest of you doing?
I want to get to that terminal that Isra and I originally looked at, and to see if I can make it explode more.
You want to do a secondary
self-destruct?
Okay, so you go over to the terminal is obliterated. The Ark the Ark, which may be the Ark of the Covenant, question mark, is pristine. Not even a mark on it.
I don't want to mess with that. That's how you get ghosts.
That's how you get rich.
I don't know that. Someone else go.
Okay.
So Isra wants to see if she can. I just spent a bunch of points on stuff. Maybe a future history point or something to see if she can.
There's two of you here. Don't forget.
Be in the. Oh right.
Yeah, you also I think have to make a. I think you have to make a paradox test.
Yeah. Let me do that. No.
Okay.
All right.
Go ahead.
I'm down to 1 chronal stability.
Okay. But there's two of you. So what are the two of you doing?
Yeah.
I'll say that they could be here for the rest of the scene.
So basically what I'm looking for her to do is do like a timecraft test to see if she can see where that signature goes to.
Absolutely. You don't have to make a spend necessarily because it happened right in front of you. You are definitely getting readings to suggest it is somewhere in the 28th century. And as you
maybe get one of you to block the block your work as you pull up your little like autochron and
tether,
various, tether
yep.
and such, and like the other one's just kind of blocking you while you're doing it. It is somewhere, apparently, in Vatican City.
Okay. And so I would, if there's anyone like maybe Jimmy that's kind of in my general vicinity that I can kind of communicate to without others hearing, I know when they went to and where they went to, if we want to skedaddle.
The roaches?
Yeah, where they took him to.
I think that's a really great idea. We should get a bomb, though. A bug bomb.
Oh. And healthy Isra thinks that that's something that she could help you with if you want.
Yes.
Okay, so you guys want to try to you want to get like some sort of like really quick IED going that you can just sort of chuck into your bag or something, like you just kind of hide it. Is that what you're looking to do?
I mean, we were talking about time traveling to the place where the cockroaches went.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I don't think we need to try and scrounge a bomb from here. We can just time travel somewhere else and get one.
Okay. What about Sun Tzu?
When you say we mean you, right? Because
one of these days, you're all gonna get on board with Jimmy's style of timeline protection.
I am so here for the explosion. I don't know if I physically can do successful time travel.
Oh yeah, no.
That's what I mean. Not philosophically. Like conceptually, I'm on board.
Listen, the scale goes down to -12. We'll be fine.
We will be fine. And between people who have got stitches or audience boosts, we can probably all do a time travel test and not take consequences for it.
Why don't you just tell me where to meet you guys? You get the explosive.
So
I'm curious about this Ark of the Covenant.
Okay.
I'm gonna. Sorry.
What would you like to investigate about it there, Sun Tzu?
I want to throw like my timecraft, research it with am I getting any weird chronal readings off of it or anything like that?
Yeah, no spend necessary. Absolutely. There's definitely chronal readings coming off. It's definitely a little different though, as it's not just chronal readings that are coming from it. There's some it's almost like it's like some sort of nexus of like radio or communications transmission. So you're seeing not just like chronal signatures, but you're seeing all sorts of different like radio signals and frequencies coming through it. And what's kind of sort of dizzying about the readings you're getting is it's getting signals not just from the present, but from the future, from the past. And you're seeing it's this weird nexus of these different signals. But it very much has chrono. You don't think it's something that you yourself could use as a time travel device, but you can definitely tell that it seems to involve some kind of chronal radiation of some kind.
Okay. Are we able to mem tag objects?
I think a mem tag is for a person, but
okay.
If you wanted to, do you have like
a timecraft sort of test to send that not here?
Yeah, so the mem tag. I'm just double checking something. Yeah,
I don't think we can, but you could with your autochron jump yourself with something.
Yes, that's fair.
Okay. I want to climb inside the Ark.
Oh God.
Teleport it away.
Okay. Roll an unobtrusiveness test to try to do this with 5 Crusaders in the room and making sure that they don't notice you doing this.
I want to throw a spying spend on top of this for.
I'll take it.
Okay.
The sight lines and stuff. Yeah.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. So that's +3. And I'll throw remaining of my 4 points on it.
Nice.
Yeah, we'll do that. So 10.
10 is phenomenal. No one sees it. Like one of them is talking with Muck. One of them's off with with Thomas. You can see 2 others are kind of checking the bodies. The 5th one goes back to the door and starts heading down the hall. And I would say, Muck, you probably overheard him going. He's going to fetch Malchior, the Chronoceptor, who you know is in charge of this whole place, and who also might be suspicious of you guys. So you know there is potentially a timer on this because you guys did have a weird encounter with him. So he's going to fetch him. So keep that in mind. So Sun Tzu, you get inside this and then you activate your autochron. I need you to roll a chrono stability test before your that goes on as you climb inside the arc of possibly the Covenant.
Okay. Is this the chrono stability for the teleport or?
Nope, this is for crawling inside of the arc, possibly the Covenant.
Okay.
You'll be fine.
Just don't look.
No.
I got 2.
Okay, you take 4 points of chrono stability loss.
Ow. That puts me at 0.
Okay. 0. Let me double check because I always forget.
I think 0 is okay. It's negative is bad.
0 to -5, you are fading. So the difficulty of all general abilities is increased by 1. And if you want to use an investigative ability point, you have to make a test first, basically. So you have basically +1 to your rolls. So you step inside and you are bombarded by all sorts of messages that make no discernible sense to you because it's like you're getting thousands and thousands of voices and signals. Some of them, like every now and then you might get a glimpse or hear just a voice or a word you recognize, but it's never more than one at a single time. Then you get these like alien sounds, almost like an alien voice that's like scritching. And then you also get these what clearly sounds like frequency waves, that it's more about sounds than it is about speech. All of this begins to bombard you. And in doing so, it's also kind of tearing you apart in some ways. Now would you like to teleport away? Where are you teleporting to with this?
I want to bring this to the pinball museum. Okay. I want to turn this into a pinball machine.
So you get your autochron out, you extend. It's kind of, you realize it's not that tight in here, despite the fact that you just climbed into it. It feels like spatially, it's not the same on the inside as on the outside. And so your autochron opens and extends as it normally would without coming into any trouble, and you begin inputting your codes. Now, before that's going to go through, because he's about to teleport away with the Ark of the Covenant, which may or may not, those in here might have trouble. Syra, was there anything you were doing?
I just healing myself up, which is just I think it's just a roll, or is it just
no, there's no rolls for heals. It's just you spend.
Just a spend.
Okay, which is medic.
Yeah, it's medic, and it's one to one. If you do it to yourself. If you heal yourself, it's 1 for 1.
Okay, so I'm gonna. I only have 2 points. I'll use both to.
Okay.
Get me up from -4 to -2.
Hatching yourself up. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Fair enough. All right. So resetting this. So everyone's kind of done something in the aftermath at this point. And you can see that the Crusaders are scattered. One of them is left to fetch Malchior, the base commander. It seems like Sun Tzu has not. He's about to zip away. I'm not sure how many of you are aware of his plans. Maybe Isra, maybe Muck, since you guys were closest to him, might have seen him climb inside of it. Is there anyone else that had anything they wanted to do in the immediate aftermath before I follow through with Sun Tzu's zip away?
No, what Thomas would do is he would think of trying to check on other members in the party medically, but I don't know if I would get that off in time or not.
I would say you could probably look around and you could see Syra patching herself up, and you two were working together prior, so you're probably you're probably kind of on the same side. And so you can see she's patching herself up, so you could certainly go chase her down and help her out.
Yeah. Okay. So how far down are you?
I'm at -2.
So if you're oh wow. So yeah, I'll spend 3 on you to give you 6.
Right.
Nice.
Oh, you're the best.
Very nice.
Muck or Isra or Jimmy, while the two of them are healing, is there anything else you're doing right now? Sun Tzu's like if anyone who wants to say they see it, you start to see a violet sphere start to glow around the arc itself. So Isra, Jimmy, or Muck, are the three of you doing anything?
Oh god!
Seeing Sun Tzu dipping out, I think dipping out's a good way to go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think Isra would just say 20th century Vatican City.
Sure. Do we get like any kind of like team, like, hey, your friend's going here?
I mean, you guys can always.
Sun Tzu has left the server.
Yeah.
When you look at your friends list, you can see what server he's on. Yeah, he like I don't know if Sun Tzu's sent him. I don't think there's anything automated. It's just whether or not he sent the message to what he was doing. Like
I wouldn't have hidden it. I'd say I'm taking the Covenant to the Pinball Museum.
Okay, so yeah, you
it
guys hear
important.
That. Yeah. And he might say that, and as he says that inside of the arc, you guys hear a blast of all of that bit that's bombarding him inside.
Oh my
I'm going through an arc.
If that's where he's going, that's where I think I would want to go. I mean, we're time travelers, so we can catch our breath anywhere and then go to the right point in time. Yeah, pinball.
To the pinball machine.
Okay, so you are in a room with Crusaders.
Yeah.
If you want, and it can be interrupted. So if you want to do this without being seen, you would probably need to make an unobtrusiveness test first to move to a section here where you're out of sight of the Crusader to do it, if that's something you guys are looking to do.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd like to make the attempt.
Yeah, I'll spend a point of spying to get a +3 on unobtrusiveness.
Mm.
Can I do the same
as well?
Yeah, but Syra, you and Thomas are gonna go. If like you guys also travel, you're gonna go a touch later than the rest of them because you guys were healing at the same time. So you'll be like a round later than them.
That makes sense. Can I do that mind spell though?
Yeah, I'll take it.
Sweet.
Isra got a 4. Thank goodness for the spying spend because I rolled a 1.
Yeah, me too. That's what got me to a 4 as well. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this place is in absolute disarray because a bomb went off. There's dead bodies everywhere. Rafters have fallen. You can see there's all sorts of debris from the different terminals that exploded and the cascade of explosions. And so you all begin to try to sneak and find these different sections out of line of sight. Maybe pretend like you're helping somebody or picking up a terminal. You hear the sounds of Malchior's voice beginning to echo down the hall. That familiar voice as he gets closer and closer. Did anyone fail their unobtrusiveness test?
I did.
Okay.
I haven't made mine yet.
Okay.
And I was wanting to know if I could use military tactics to avoid their gaze at all. Not sure.
Sure. Yeah, sure.
Because I don't have any unobtrusiveness. So
okay.
Yeah, so then I'll make the unobtrusiveness +3. So that's 5.
Okay. So here's what happens. Sun Tzu disappears. It's the first thing that happens. And immediately that is noticed by various Crusaders, maybe the one that was talking to you, Muck. And he's, what just happened? The Covenant, the Ark, alert! And you can see all of the other Crusaders in here, there's 4 total, begin to go on alert. And one of them, they start rushing up to this platform. Some of them are looking around here and there. And all of you begin to slink away. And I'll say, Isra and Muck, both of you get away. Because I think both of you passed and you didn't have you didn't do like an extra beat of something. So the 2 of you sneak away behind some some of the debris, and then Thomas and Syra and Jimmy. The problem with Jimmy is Jimmy, you think you're hiding behind, and the violet sphere is like sticking out, and you feel a hand on your shoulder. You look over, you see this big gauntleted fist. Syra and Thomas, how did you do?
I got a 5.
Okay. Syra, how'd you do on your unobtrusiveness?
Got a 4 after these bang spends, so I rolled a 1 plus 3 is 4.
Okay. All right, so the two of you, you managed to get out. Jimmy, I need you to roll. Okay, so I'm gonna say that he's gonna grab you and try to like just sort of slam you against the wall. So this is gonna potentially interrupt you. You have a chance, you have a roll here in a second. Let me see if he hits you.
Just take his hand with you.
Sorry, man.
Yeah.
He does hit you
I
with
got
a
a
7.
souvenir.
So he's gonna grab you. Intruder, what are you doing? Grabs you, kind of smashes you up against the terminal. So hits during charging collapse the field and disable the device requiring repairs. Occupants must pass the difficulty 6 loss. I'm sorry, you don't get a chance. You need to make a difficulty 6 paradox test.
And that's the chronal stability.
Chronal stability, yeah.
I want to put 2 on it.
Okay.
Oh.
Oh, no. I got a 3.
Oh, no.
You take 6 points of chronal stability loss.
Oh, Lord.
Okay, that's yeah.
All right.
I'm fine.
Where does
I'm
that
at a
put ya?
-4.
-4? Okay. Your difficulties are going to be increased by 1. And if you want to do any investigative ability spends. So for the moment, all of you zip away. As you all arrive in the Citadel, specifically within the Pinball Museum, you all said, you can see like all of the different screens that show like the freeze frame versions of like the different collapsed timelines that you have on collection. It's like this huge archive that almost like screensavers through it all. And there you can see today's Tom Sawyer is there just kind of working around, and he's just kind of humming around. He's kind of humming and singing, and then he's like, oh, Jake, what are y'all doing? Oh, holy shit, y'all look terrible. And that's when you guys realize 2 things. Sun Tzu is inside of the Ark of the Covenant, and he pushes the lid out. And then secondly, Jimmy is not here.
Got a new pinball cabinet for you.
Oh, what in the hell's that? That ain't no pinball. Oh my goodness gracious. And you can see he just quickly does this little like cross. Comes over. Is that what I think it is?
What do you think it is? If you think it's the Ark of the Covenant, yeah.
I mean, I think it is. I mean, I never seen it before except that one movie.
Yeah. I don't know if it's the one from that movie, but it's the Ark.
He grabs like a series of like devices and he comes over and he starts like scanning it. He's got like a fucking tricorder out or some shit. And he's just sort of like doing some random scans and such. And as he's doing that, all of you look around and you realize a couple beats go by, a couple beats go by, a couple beats go by. Jimmy's not here.
Did Jimmy get here already, like before us?
Nice.
Was he trying to make a bomb?
No, he was gonna go. Crap.
He needed to crap. Understandable.
No, I mean,
Do we need to go back for Jimmy?
Muck, I could use a hug if I'm gonna do that.
Okay.
I'm down to 1 chronal stability if you have any reality anchor left.
You're good enough. You're smart enough. And doggone it, people like you.
So
Thanks,
you guys
Muck.
are hugging. Thomas is like, hey, you guys take care of that.
6.
You guys take care of that thing in the Berlin Wall yet? The alarm's still going. Things are spiraling out of control. Whatever y'all did, it ain't fix it yet.
We stole this from the moon base that blew up the Apollo mission.
I beg your pardon?
There's moon base that blew up the Apollo mission.
We think that's where the
that.
divergence happened.
Captain Cockroach got away though, so we got to go get Jimmy, and then we got to go to 28th century Vatican City. Cardinal Cockroach, sorry.
Okay, so you got to get Captain Cockroach got away. You got to go get Jimmy. Where is Jimmy?
Jimmy's on the moon in 1858.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. I'm getting some strange readings on this thing.
I think it gave me chronal dementia.
I can't get like a fixed temporal coordinate for this. I can't get a clear reading on just when its origin time is. I'm getting like all sorts of different things on this.
The cockroaches were trying to talk to aliens with it.
When we say cockroaches, you mean like little cockroaches?
No, the cockroaches that are inside people.
You guys know that
Space
when you
Vatican
have
people.
these conversations with me, like I wasn't there with you. So the context clues need to be more robust for me to understand.
1 second, talking to High Holiness. Next second, skin rips off like a flesh shoot, and then giant cockroach eats half of my torso.
Yeah, you don't look so good. I will look forward to reading the after action report. This sounds like very fun and fancy and wild mission, but I count 5 of you. There's supposed to be 6 on your team. You might want to do something about that. Also, yeah, the alert's still going on. Everything's still spiraling.
Okay, we'll go back, but I think this is important. Let's go, guys.
I could use a little healing also.
We might need to get him soon. They were calling Melchior. If we wait, time travel. I guess we don't need to worry about time, but also very confusing.
You said you needed some
the best chronal stability right now. Maybe just one of us can jump back and help.
That's what I was
Jimmy,
saying. Just one of us jump back a little bit before all of this happened and just get him out.
Help Jimmy?
Yeah.
Okay.
I've got 7 chronal stability now, thanks to Mock. So if Thomas can heal me up, I can jump.
Sure thing. Hold still.
By the way, Jimmy, you take
I'll
5
spend
points
2
of damage
points to
from
give
the
you 4
attack as well. Health damage.
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
It's fine. Both of my numbers are at -4 right now.
Okay, make a health test then. Let's see.
So I got a 2.
Okay, so that as he smashed you against one of these terminals, that knocked you out. It not only just like interrupted your time travel, but it knocked you unconscious.
I'm sleeping.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so I am now healed up to 1 health and 7 chronal stability. So can Isra jump back to right after we did the thing so that it doesn't interfere with any of that, but right before Melchior comes through to come in, grab Jimmy?
Certainly.
Like jump in, jump out?
Yeah. So, yeah. It would be funny if like this was future Isra jumping back in the middle of the combat.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's funny. Okay, so I have a stitch.
We'd have to run that combat back a little bit, though. I'm not sure if that's something you want
not that far. Not that far.
Okay.
Now we have like 3 Isras.
There's stuff going to happen.
All at the same time.
3 Isras. Yeah.
Oh,
It's all
crap.
Isras.
That's great.
So I'll spend a stitch to make the jump back without a
Okay,
test.
so you're going to bypass the roll, the chronal stability roll. Okay,
Yeah.
so when do you want to arrive?
Awesome.
I want to arrive after. Chuck, what did you do after, like in the combat? Like, I don't want to undo anything that you did in the combat. Like,
I shot a cockroach. I shot 2 cockroaches.
okay, so I want to arrive after the cockroach shot before he jumped. That's when I want to
See,
arrive.
he also is the one who stunned His High Holiness.
Oh no, like for the very, very end of the combat.
Okay.
Yeah, that's when
All right.
I want to jump in.
Isra, you spend your stitch. You bamf back. And as is the default for this equipment, you bamf into a position in which you're not going to be seen.
Yep.
Which means that you are not necessarily bamfing into the nave itself. I'm going to say you bamf, and you are in, let's see, what do I want to put you in? you're in an office of some kind. You come in and you can see there's this grandiose desk. You can see all this like circuitry kind of running through it, and where there's like normally, like when you look at like an old-fashioned desk, it's got that right pad. You can see it's just like there's a screen in the middle, and you can see there's this stylus that's stuck in it. You can see all of these like awards and symbols along the wall. You think you've managed to vamp into Malchior's office.
Ooh.
As he is not here and no one else is.
Isra is temporarily distracted by all of the things, so she wants to look at this stuff and see what there is. She's like, oh, bright Chinese.
Okay.
I don't know if I have a spend of anything here. I don't have a spend of anything. I would imagine if I jump in then through a tether, then I would be able to tell Jimmy to find cover. Okay. I'll come get you.
Okay. So we are post-fight, pre-Banff.
Yes.
When everyone's Banffed out. So yeah.
I am going to. What's the cooldown on the autocron again? It's a round?
Yeah, I think it's a round.
1 round of charging.
Okay.
So I would like to jump to him and jump out with him.
You're not gonna be able to jump to him because remember, you got to jump into a space where like there's no one necessarily visible. So you would have to like time it so that Jimmy would need to get hidden first. So
okay.
While you're in the office, we cut back to Jimmy. Jimmy,
yeah.
You have moved in and you found this hiding place. You look around, you see Sun Tzu climb into he climbs into the freaking ark. You see this purple glow around it. You see Syra and you see Thomas are healing. You see 2 Isras that are like sneaking around and hiding. You see Muck as well. Everyone's clearly trying to sneak away and Banff away. And then you hear the sound of Isra's voice. But you just saw Isra and she's not talking to you, but yet you hear Isra's voice and she's telling you to go get hid. What do you do?
I won't argue with that. I'll go get hid.
Okay. When we say that, are you just going to try to hide on the bridge, or are you going to try to leave the bridge?
I'm going to try and leave the bridge.
Okay. So you move to the door. As you start moving away, and you get right up to the door, there's like you see coming down the hallway in your direction is one of the Crusader. And you see Malchior. We hear the sounds of the voice that we heard echoing as you guys were hiding away, as Malchior is getting close. And so there you are. You see walking down the hallway, and then behind you, you hear this like a scream of the Crusader as the arc vamps out. And like all of a sudden, there's all sorts of like shouts. And then Malchior comes running, and the Crusader comes running, and Isra, I need you to go ahead and roll a chronostability test, a paradox test, I should say, as you have disrupted a known fact for yourself.
Okay.
Because in the process of doing this, you know that Jimmy was caught, but he wasn't caught now, as now he's just moving away and away. It's sort of a weird way. I would say, Jimmy, you probably don't need to.
5.
Okay,
you're good. You're good, Isra. Okay. So rushing up to you, Jimmy, you see Malchior, you see the Crusader, and they look at you. They look at your vestments. What is happening here? What is going on? Where is his high holiness? And they're getting like up in your face too, and they see you. Where are you? Are you abandoning your post?
No, sir. I was sent to fetch medical supplies. I'll open the door so they can see.
So you move off to the side and you can see, they look past and they see the array of bodies. Okay. Do you have anything for like deception of any kind? Do you have any
usually I have disguise and obtrusiveness, but as far as interpersonal, no.
Do you have any points in disguise left? Because you could do the don't I know you.
No.
We have audience boost, so we have enough audience boost that you could cash in.
Man, no one gave
Chuck
a stitch tonight.
Or...
No one gave me a stitch at all.
Oh.
Assholes, Chuck. They're such assholes.
But you can take 5 audience and get a refill.
Okay, I'll do that.
We have enough for that.
Okay. So if you do that, you could do Don't I Know You, which I think you used once back in New Mexico.
Yeah.
And so you could try to do the Don't I Know You to create like roll your disguise test, do some sort of Don't I Know You thing, and that would cover. Okay. We have to roll a disguise test still, but like
sure.
Yeah. Okay.
Can I leverage a trivia spend to make sure I get all of the vernacular rights?
Okay. You just happen to know, like, I mean, Jeopardy always has like biblical quotes as one of its categories, so it makes perfect sense for you to have that.
And earlier I had recorded some of their stuff and like shared it with you.
That's true.
Yeah.
All right, so your trivia will give you a +3 to your disguise roll, and then you can go ahead and you can make your however many points from disguise that you want to spend to that as well.
And how much did that audience refresh do? Is it a complete?
It's just like a stitch. It should give you 2 back.
Okay. Then I'm gonna drain disguise, and then the +3. There's a 10.
Wow.
Okay, 10
+3.
So
I used a point of trivia.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay. So what is it you say to him as he comes up and he's saying like you're abandoning your post, and like, so how does the Don't I Know You trigger?
I will. Sir, I would never abandon my post. Like the speech that you gave 2 weeks ago over dinner as we broke and you said the holy prayer, and I'll rattle off like 4 or 5 verses of a prayer that would fit in this. But our brothers are broken and they need to be healed. It's the same thing. Insert like 8 more prayers that tie in with that. Okay. And so I will return momentarily with necessary medical supplies to fix the broken bodies.
Okay. So he says, so like he was looking at you suspiciously, and then you start to rattle this off, and he says, "Very good, the Turgeneer." And then he kind of pushes past you, and then right as you start to walk away thinking you're okay, he calls back and he says, "The Turgeneer, I am pleased my words have touched you so. Go with Kronos."
And I repeat the right phrase.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they go in as now they're searching, trying to figure out where everyone just went. The Ark of the Covenant's missing, and Jimmy, you managed to get out of the bridge without any trouble.
Okay.
All right. And you got Isra in your ear, and she can.
Yeah.
So where are you guys? Where are the 2 of you meeting up?
I'll go wherever. I mean, safest, immediate left turn.
Okay.
Into a room.
Okay. I'll say, because you guys have done the hard part, it's just you'll meet up, and you can both, if you want, make your jump back to Citadel now, if you like. Yeah, make your test or spend your stitch if you want, but you can make it back.
Okay.
Yeah, so I will. I don't have a stitch to spend, but I'll do the chronal stability roll for that.
Okay. I got this.
The good news is that you'll travel there and then just like fall flat, and then Muck will just.
Okay.
Yay!
All right, I pass. Rolled a 4.
Okay.
And so,
I got a
hey,
6.
look at you.
You guys are
nice.
great. Moments after, we saw Isra depart the Citadel in the Pinball Museum, and you guys were all hanging around Sun Tzu, Muck, Thomas, Syra, and in today's Tom Sawyer. Like moments later, there's Isra, there's Jimmy. Jimmy is looking a little worse for wear, no doubt, but all of you are back now.
Nice. Okay, good.
We've retrieved him. Do we still need to go to the Vatican City?
Yeah. I'm gonna just lay down and take a nap here under this pinball machine.
Apparently the alarm hasn't struck yet, so.
Has an hour passed since I've been inside the Covenant?
Did you get out when you got back?
Yeah.
I don't think an hour has passed necessarily, as it was like Isra went back, got him, came back. Literally,
I want to mind blank myself to forget the inside of that Covenant.
Gene.
That's great.
First, take a
Stitch.
stitch. Secondly, give yourself back 3 chrono stability. That is
All right.
That's so good. This is so good. Okay. All right. What are you guys doing? You guys look physically beat up. Some of you have some chrono stability loss that's probably starting to see your sustenance, your substance shimmering a little bit. You know that it does not look as though the original deviation that you were sent back to prevent, meaning which you've discovered to be the destruction of the Apollo 11, doesn't seem as though that has been prevented. And so that means the deviation continues.
So I'd say we can either go back earlier to stop the base from being set up, or we can go, because didn't we learn that the base got like built somewhere else and then ported to the moon?
That is correct.
You can go wherever they got.
Yes.
You go there
Well, and I think
and stop it from porting.
we went and we saved the spaceship because it wasn't supposed to blow up. But I think the biggest takeaway from that little shenanigan is that the High Holiness isn't supposed to be a cockroach. So maybe that's our deviation in the timeline.
Is it?
So we either stop the base or we stop the cockroaches.
I suppose it merits checking.
I mean, if
I don't know where to
someone
start with the cockroaches, but
Well, if it was always a cockroach, then they were involved in building the base. And then 2 birds, 1 rock.
So let's go take care of some
I'm
cockroaches.
gonna put that in my book too.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah. We gotta go further back. Find
Or-
out what the holiness.
Or into the future where they built it.
Well,
and then sent it back.
don't we know where they went? Let's
We
just
know where
go
they went when
do.
they left. We know that they went to 28th century Vatican City, which could be where
Yeah.
they were building it before they moved it there. We don't know that, but that's where we know that
I thought that's what we
went.
learned.
Yeah, so why don't we go where they went?
Yeah, I'm good with that.
Okay. Does anybody need anything? We got
Yes.
another set of audience boost. If anybody
I'm
needs
very
reality
hurt.
anchor
I'm
to
at
help
negative
heal
3
some people,
health.
Yeah, I'm at -2 health.
I
I'm
can.
at double -4s.
Wow.
Holy shit.
I have 2 medic, so I can heal somebody up 4.
Meanwhile, Muck will spend a couple of points to give Jimmy. I'll spend 3.
Okay.
And because it's you, Chuck, instead of a hug, you get a foot rub.
Oh, thank you.
But it's like it's a really aggressive foot rub where you feel your toes cracking.
You gotta get deep between them digits. Gotta
Taking
really
your bunions out.
spread things out.
So since this is like time travel, could we not like rest for overnight or something like that?
Yeah.
And then just jump in the morning?
Yeah, the only danger for that is that
Okay.
the longer that the deviation goes on, the more branching it is. So I know it's weird,
Oh,
some
I
general
see.
stuff, but you
Okay.
could conceivably do that.
Yeah, Thomas is going to suggest that he's like, we are all pretty worse for wear. Do you think traveling headlong in our current condition is a good idea?
No.
But we have a job to
But
do.
if we are able to fix it,
I'm-
then all
yeah,
the branching
it's-
gets resolved. It's
It
just
ne-
harder.
needs our attention.
It's true.
It'd be better if we could rest. We can't.
I'm
Sarah,
going to
how-
go ahead and
How down are you in health?
Sorry, was that a question to me?
Yeah, Sarah, how down are you in
I'm
health?
I'm at 6 now because of Tom's E09.
I'm going to go ahead and use that stitch to give myself 2 more medic points so that I can heal other people.
I do have 4 medics, so I could also heal if anyone's down.
Okay, so I'll spend my 2 to get Jimmy to 0 if somebody else can get him above 0?
Yeah, let's spend my 2 to get him to 4.
Nice. Thanks, guys. Does anyone need more heal?
I'm at negative 2 at the moment.
Oh. -3.
I could use a reality anchor, like a stability boost, if anybody has anything.
Running
what is
low.
it, reality anchor? I got some reality anchor. I'll spend 2 points of reality anchor to get you 4.
Nice, thank you.
And then Thomas, what'd you say yours was?
I'm actually doing better than other people. I am sitting at 3.
And Muck?
Minus
your
2
health?
for health.
And Sun Tzu's at a -3.
I'm -3 health and 3 chrono stability.
I can't help you with stability, but health, I will give each of you. Oh, there's a phone. I'll do 2 points of medic, 2 spend for each of you. So Sun Tzu and Muck, you each heal 4.
Yay.
Does anybody have any medic left? I forgot. I'm in the positive. I have 1 health, but I wouldn't mind.
I just spent the last of mine.
Okay, so if you all decided to take a day, like a 24-hour rest, what would happen is that you would get, all of you, unless you're seriously wounded, would only get 2 health back. You would fully refresh your athletics, scuffling, shooting, and vehicles pools, and only those. None of your other pools will be fresh.
Oh,
Okay.
I don't super need any of those.
Yeah, I didn't think we needed to before.
Sun Tzu, I healed you 4 hit points.
We needed to now.
Yeah.
And for medic, it's 1 point of medic spend is 2 health for somebody else.
As long as you have a med kit, which I'm assuming somebody has a med kit.
You guys are
we're
back
at the Citadel,
at
so
even if you didn't, you could go get one. That's not
okay.
Oh yeah,
I've got 3 medic points I can spend. Who's
you could get me up a
hurt right
couple. I've got 1 health.
Okay. Yeah, I'll throw 2 points at you.
Thank you.
I'm at 3. Who else is worse than me? Muck is worse.
2. It's all. We're all going to be rough.
We're all kind of hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could leave it there in our remaining points of medic. We can wait until someone else gets beat up more.
And we still have 6 audience boost, so we've got 1 more cash out that somebody could take a point of medic or reality anchor if needed.
Mm-hmm.
So I agree. A good night's sleep would be lovely. This wet roach smell is permeates.
I don't know. Some of it's like in character, but some of it's also meta. Like I feel like what we gain might not be worth the risk of extending.
No, totally not.
No, I agree. I really don't.
A warm bed sounds lovely, but we have a job to do.
How did the Ark of the Covenant get here?
We'll talk about that later, bud.
Take a stitch. That was funny.
He who does not remember his actions cannot be plausibly denied.
Who knew such was such a
Put that in your book.
Okay, so you guys are all patched up. You're healed up. 2 questions. Obviously, what do you guys want to do? Second question, while you're back at the Citadel, are any of you trying to acquisition anything? Or requisition it?
We wanted a bomb for Jimmy, didn't we?
Yeah, some sort of like, especially like something that can be effective against roaches.
Yeah, like industrial sized thing of holy raid.
Okay. So you want to get a big ass grenade. Okay.
Yeah.
Trying to see what we've got in here. See if there's anything that might work. There's a. Did you guys see there's something called a grandfather bullet? It's a
No.
Yeah, there's a grandfather bullet. Sorry, I was just flipping through. It's a miniature time travel device. When fired at a target, it vanishes inches from the target and hits the target's grandfather in the exact same place. If this kills the grandfather, which it typically does, the target must make a D6 L6 paradox test.
Oh my
I
god.
love that.
The best item I've ever seen.
Wow.
Which it typically does. I like that.
All right, so grenades are. I mean, the grenades are easy enough to get. Like I think you guys can easily get grenades. Let me see. Anything bigger would probably be tricky, but grenades I don't think would be.
Some bug spray.
Yeah.
Let's see. Yeah, if you want to get some, so if somebody wants to do a preparedness test to grab some grenades, you can totally do that. There is Chronal Destabilization Grenade, which triggers paradox tests from every time travel in close proximity. There's just regular grenades that just explode things. There's Neural Disruption Grenades, which trigger stun tests from every time traveler in point-blank proximity. I know there's like a Chronal Loop Grenade, which puts anybody who is like, I think it puts anyone who's caught within the blast into a Chronal Loop. So those are some of the things that you could get.
I failed my test.
I succeeded on mine.
Do I accidentally pull the pin on one of the grenades?
No, just someone you come up and you go to whoever is the requisitions officer and like, no, you don't get any more grenades, you son of a bitch. I know what you did. You broke in and you stole the suits. You're not getting any freaking grenades. I know it was you.
Oh.
We have security cameras and we have paperwork. You could have just filed a G47 and I would have gotten you the freaking suit. You freaking, you yokel. You yokel.
Listen.
Why are you even...
We're time travelers. We don't have time for that.
Tell me that joke every time and it's never funny. Get out. So Jimmy gets thrown out. Who else tries?
I made a successful test. So what grenade?
What did you roll? What did you roll?
Because I got a 5.
Okay, there's different difficulties for what items you want to get. So if you just want to get like regular frag grenades, you're good. Like that's fine. But some of the more fancier grenades have greater difficulties to acquire.
No, I'll just take the regular frag grenades.
Okay, so there you go. You got some. We'll say you get a couple. You have a couple just regular frag grenades that just do basic damage. They won't do anything fancy.
I want one of those chronal grenades.
Okay, you can make a requisition or preparedness test. Excuse me.
Yep.
And spend whatever you want to spend because just not necessarily just a 4. It could be higher.
6.
So you said you want to get one of those causal. Is it the causal loop or the neural disruptor? I'm sorry.
Might have been the causal loop one. You said there was one that messes with chronal stability.
Yeah, so that one is a neural disruptor. I think. Hang on. I'm literally like old school here. Chronal destabilization cost is difficulty +2, so it would be a 6. So 6 is good. So yeah, you can get some chronal destabilization grid.
All right.
Okay.
Nice.
So you guys have some grenades. Do you have a plan now?
I would like to get a gun, but I don't have any preparedness. But there's really cool, like...
There are lots of cool guns in this game.
There's a disintegration beam weapon.
Yes.
But it's a difficulty +2.
To get it for you. Would be a difficulty 6 to roll to get one of those.
Anybody have any preparedness left?
I usually make the things
I've
got 2 points left. I'd be willing to try it for you.
Oh, I can. One of you know me. I've got 8 points.
Oh, yeah. Thank you.
Ooh.
I would appreciate that.
Yeah. So I'm happy to spend 2 to get Israel.
So it's a difficulty 6.
It's a roll. So spending 2 just gives you a +2 on the roll.
Yeah.
You may want to
trying to get a disintegration beam weapon.
So I'll spend 4 then, if you don't mind.
Okay.
And that's
Then you just got to get
at the very least a
for your hire.
baseline of success.
But that is not what you need. You need a
No.
great, like I said, some of the equipment has higher difficulty, and so she's trying to get a good thing. So just don't roll one. If you roll a one, she doesn't get it. Anything else, she will.
And yes,
Yeah,
chat. I'm
so
basically trying
that's
to get the
kinda what I'm
vaporizer
thinking.
weapon,
That's
essentially.
kind of what I'm thinking. Is I'll spend enough so that even if I roll one, which is historically accurate.
Okay, so then spend 5.
Oh, you rolled a 6.
Holy shit! I rolled a 6.
Okay, so go ahead and put the disintegration beam in your
Yay!
inventory there, Isra.
Thank you, Tyra. Future me
Absolutely.
had something very similar to this, and it worked just great.
Listen, if everybody could have a sanctified gunblade, that's what I would want to do.
This works.
Okay. I'm gonna cycle back to the whole question about, do you guys have a plan?
Aren't we? We're
Do we
doing
ever?
20th century Vatican, are we not?
Yeah, I thought
I think
that's
so.
where the base came from. So we want to stop the base from getting built and or teleported to the moon.
Or at the very
the
least,
future.
kill the cockroaches first.
Right. No, and plus we go right where they are, and then we are the sneak attack stampede.
Yes.
You can take it stage. You made a callback. Take it stage.
Mhm.
Nicely done.
Okay. Everyone make, so you're trying to go, are you trying to go back in the wake of when the High Holiness and the other dude like teleported, or are you trying to go for like a different time? Are you just trying to like follow them, or are you trying to go for a different time?
I think different time. It's when we learned that the base was built at that time. And they
We don't know
deployed.
that's where the base was built. We just know it was
I thought we learned that
elsewhere. No.
Well, we don't.
This 20th century Vatican thing is, we know that's where the cockroaches went.
Yeah, and I
Oh,
think
okay.
the base
That's what we know
being built
better.
is a more of a symptom of
Yeah, it
The
might
holiness
be
being
here, but we
cockroaches.
don't know. What we definitely know is this is where the cockroaches went. That's the only definitive thing we know right now.
I say we go to where they went. We see what information we can learn on how they got all cockroached up. And then we do another time jump to handle that.
Well, either way, 20th century Vatican, if we come.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, everyone go ahead and make a chronostability test to go to the 28th century cyberpunk Vatican in the moment
Heck yeah.
after we saw
Shit.
the cockroaches bamf away.
I'm gonna use the stitch.
Absolutely. If you have a stitch, you can go ahead and bypass it. If you have what Muck has, you can just go ahead and use one of your new, because this is a new scene, so we'll say it starts up fresh.
Next.
So you're good, Muck.
I didn't have any stitches and I rolled and I failed.
I am
so
terrible
just-
at time travel.
Me
Really?
too, man. Me fucking too.
Okay.
We need to
Uh,
start investing in all of us having lots of reality anchor.
Tyra and Jimmy take 2 points of chronostability loss.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys all and you bamf into what appears to be some kind of archive. Sunzu, you immediately recognize this place, as you once, at some point in the past, have been here before. And so you see a mix of like old physical tomes, but you also see what appears to be rows and rows and rows of like little small artifacts, and some of them from ancient times, some of them from contemporary times, some of them from futuristic times, and it seems to be organized based upon its chronal order. You hear the sounds of like humming constantly going, but there's nobody who sees you. So this is your spot where you could have bamfed in without being seen. So you're in the archives, and Sun Tzu kind of knows where he's at. You look above you, and you can see there's like this big like basilica dome that you're kind of under, and you're getting one part of it. And you can see up, and it's like the stars are up there. You're not sure if like you're looking at a screen or if you're looking at the actual sky. It's kind of hard to say. You don't really hear voices. The light level in here is kind of low. You think it's nighttime, possibly. What do you want to
do? First off, just see if there's any like big deposit of chronal energy somewhere, like, because whenever they warp around, they leave a whole bunch of that behind. So
yeah, I would say, you get a time craft point you can spend for this?
Yeah.
Go ahead and make that spend. Okay, so you make the spend, and you can see that you are kind of like there's a wall in here in this big archive, and you can kind of get your the radiation signal is kind of giving you a vector through one of these walls, like it's literally on the other side of this wall.
Okay, I'll relay that to everybody. Getting a lot of time craft chronal stuff on the other side of this wall. Let's try and figure out how to get around it.
Okay. I would draw Isra's attention to the disintegration beam weapon that she just actually procured, or Syra procured it for her. But the disintegration pistol does no extra damage, but disintegrates a chunk of inanimate object or a dead foe instead of just damaging it. There's no disintegration effect against living or animate creatures, although cosmetic damage can happen. The disintegration pistol can be used to blast through walls or floors if you don't mind leaving an obvious hole behind, and has the tendency to quickly destroy cover that a target is hiding behind.
Everybody want to see my new toy in action?
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Actually, I think we might have already seen it in action.
Oh, yeah.
That was other me had a slightly different version.
Well, yes. I figured it was something you have yet to do.
Maybe it's got maybe the other one had a scope on it and you haven't put the scope on yet.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I don't have any shooting points left.
You're shooting a wall. You don't think you can hit I think you can hit the broadside of a bar.
I certainly hope so. So it doesn't work at point blank range, so I have to step back a little bit. And I am going to shoot at this.
Okay.
4.
So you shoot, and you see that you didn't have to roll. I was literally going to give it to you for free. You're shooting a wall. Like, I don't think that's hard to hit. So you shoot, and you see this big like greenish blue bead just starts to eat away at the wall itself, and then you see in its place there's this beautiful circle that has been left in behind. It makes like the beam itself probably doesn't make a lot of noise, but the sheer fact that you've just like disintegrated this is going to be noticed. It doesn't seem that it's immediately noticed. And when you look through, it looks like you are in some kind of like, you're not like in an office building or anything like that, but like you're in, it almost looks like you're in a, like kind of like a private chamber of some sort. Like you can see like in the far distance, there is a desk like that's up on a dais, and then it's got like a window behind it where you can see the lights of the city. You can see on either side to the right and the left, there are all sorts of display cases and things and bookcases. And it looks like it looks like you are in an office of some kind. And it looks private, it looks grandiose. There's these beautifully arched ceilings and such. And you've got these like these frescoes that are everywhere. Whoever's office this is a significantly important person, perhaps the High Holiness himself. And this is and so you can see there's a couple of doors out of this place, kind of one off to the right, one off to the left. And you are still by yourselves necessarily. Like you don't really see anyone in here currently. Does anyone here have notice?
Yes.
Notice points left?
Not left.
I think I might. Yes, I do.
Not left.
Might as well.
I spent mine.
I just spent one now.
Okay. Thomas, you would be able to tell, like, on the ground, as you guys are spreading out and looking around this office, there are some, like, there's, like, some sort of, like, smudges in, like, the floor, this beautiful, like, marble floor, and it's got that same kind of greenish yellow color of cockroach blood
that you saw exploding from some of your victims. And because you made the spend, the other thing you get is that the trail seems to go off to this right door, okay? And then you hear the sounds of like kind of muffling of some kind behind a panel on the wall. Like when you look over to your left, it's not the door itself, but you can see that there's like this large portrait of a pope. You don't necessarily know which one, of a pope just kind of standing there. It's definitely someone from latter centuries, like maybe the 24th, 25th century. But you see it's got to be at least like 12 feet tall. And you hear a...
Yeah, I'll like bring my hand to my lips, and then I'll start pointing out everything that Jeff said, and then I'll put my hand to my ear and I'll point towards the photo, and I'll get on one side of portrait. I'll get on one side of the portrait with the railgun and lean back and like wave Isra over to the other side of the portrait.
And Isra will kind of like hold the gun up and then look at the wall and look for like a door handle or something. Like if there's another way to get through this.
It looks like the large portrait is covering perhaps a like hidden chamber or hidden recess of some kind. That's what Thomas was able to sort of deduce.
Okay. So Isra will kind of look around to someone that might have some athletics as well to kind of grab the other side of the portrait. So I guess I'll Sun Tzu.
Side of it with Sun Tzu there.
Okay. With all of you together, I'm not going to make an athletics test. All of you are able to peel it away, and you realize like you kind of force it open. There is a hinge, but like there was like a switch that you had to hit, but you guys just kind of force it open with all your hands on it, and it swings open. You see like a splintering on the hinge itself, and you see like there's this chamber, and there's a series of these vases and other things like that are on shelves, and you can see like hanging from the ceiling there is this giant cocoon, and it's like it stinks in here, and you just see like, and it's shifting and moving around it.
I suppose we should get them out. Sun Tzu, you still have that knife I made you?
Yes. I can go and try and cut them open.
Okay. Sun Tzu, you go over, you cut them open, and the cocoon opens up, and you see kind of falling out of it is... It's hard to tell at first because he's covered in all sorts of like this kind of greenish, yellowish bile, and it stinks terribly. But as he's like, and you can tell he's like struggling to move, like he's just sort of. But it's a man. When you wipe away, you recognize the face of His High Holiness, Excremont.
I'm gonna poke at his face and see if I feel a bug underneath it.
What are you doing? Why are you poking me? I think
Yeah,
you're for
cockroach,
arrest.
are you?
Oh. No, one of those things. It attacked me. It threw me in here. What? Well, it is here. I heard it coming. The glittering and the crackling. They went to my private chambers. Help me and you shall be blessed. And he sees like lifting his hand in your direction.
It's been posing as you, actually.
Goodness. What evil deeds has it done?
What? Quite a bit.
Stole the Ark of the Covenant.
There is moving to the door while these guys are talking.
You mean they found it? Was it in Antioch, as we thought it to be?
It was on the moon.
The moon?
It was in Africa.
What was the moon?
It was in the facility on the moon.
Yeah, they took a giant spaceship of yours to the moon, and they landed it, and they destroyed the Apollo space program. They really screwed up the entire timeline, and they were doing some weird shenanigans, listening to deep space craziness.
What? They commandeered our maiden cathedral.
They did.
They must be stopped.
I agree.
That's why we're here.
Yes. I heard them just moments before you arrived. I don't understand their language, but they said to each other. Do you know what that means?
No.
I didn't have subtitles on, so no.
I have a point of streetwise. Can I spend that to know what that is?
Yeah, absolutely, you can. Absolutely, you can. Totally, you can have.
Thank you.
I love that. It means, from what you could tell, like, ow, this fucking hurts. I need a heal.
Oh, that was not a plan. It was a statement of injury, unfortunately. We did some damage.
You're pretty good at that. You're sure you're not a cockroach?
I suppose we should go finish the job, shouldn't we?
Where are your private chambers, Your Holiness?
On the other side. On the other. Into my...
And he kind of lifts an arm, and you could tell he's struggling. Like, his arms are barely moving. There's something about this bile, like, even like if like Sun Tzu, when you got like splashed with something, you felt like a numbness overcome you, whatever, like it hit, not to the point where it's gonna involve you, but you can feel like a numbness where it hit. Sure. And he points like through this small little vestibule towards like towards the other side of the room where Syra is currently standing. Syra, with your notice, you have notice one, you hear the sounds of clickering and clackering on the other side of this door.
She can say over her shoulder, like, I think they're coming.
Is there somewhere safe we can get you, Your Holiness?
No, I shall remain here. I will.
And he goes to stand.
I will call for my guards. They will come.
And so he gets up and he's like limping and he's like grabbing onto the wall, and you can see he's dragging his leg. The guy's old.
I'm gonna pick him up.
Yeah. So
oh goodness, I haven't been.
I'm gonna take him wherever he wants to go.
And so yeah, you take him up towards his office, and you can see he starts pointing out the things that you need to hit to start contacting his security. Okay.
Sure thing, Father.
Bless you, my child.
Okay, so Syra, you hear the sounds of the cockroaches. Thomas and His High Holiness, Excremont, they are calling security. You know there's cockroaches in that kind of private chamber. What are you guys doing?
Isra kind of
just a second. Oh, sorry.
Oh, Isra just gets her gun out and looks at everybody else.
Yeah, Sarah's doing the same with the intention of opening fire as soon as she can.
Sounds like they're in a closed chamber. I've got a grenade.
Yeah. I like that idea.
Do you have frag grenades, which I would like to say I've handed off to Jimmy at this point.
Oh, don't give me a grenade. It's just going to go sideways.
You just hear
okay,
pop,
well,
pop.
give it to someone else then. Sorry to give it to you.
Jeremy, what were you going to say?
Oh, just being a suspicious bastard to some extent. And like in theory, this guy was a great warrior, according to the Crusader. Muck's going to take just a second to do some falsehood detection on His Holiness. Just in case. Because as they're about to go calling the guards and stuff like that, just taking a beat.
Make a spend?
To try and read them.
Yeah. You want to make a spend?
Yeah.
Okay. He's definitely not lying. He like everything he said about cockroaches and being captured, all that kind of stuff, like all of that, like that definitely checks, no doubt. You don't get the sense that they're like lying to you in that regard. So no untruths. However, like there was something about when he said going and getting the guards. And I'll say what you notice, since you have noticed as a skill. You notice as Thomas picked him up and was carrying over, his eyes were looking directly at Thomas's autocron. Like was like almost salivating over it. Like you could see he just couldn't help but look down at it. And so you would think like he's very interested in it. These are time traveling people, and you know that they don't have as good a tech as you.
And they seem to know we exist.
All right.
So what happens? Walk me through it.
I would say Israel's set up with a gun for when they come through the door.
Yeah, I'm still helping his
are we still calling the guards at this point? Or
Thomas brought him there, and so he has been going through.
Yeah.
And then you suddenly start. Yeah, you hear the hymns and stuff on the audio change, like very subtly, but they change as if like it's some kind of code. So I'm just gonna put it this way: you guys have literally seconds to decide to do something. Yeah.
I open the door slightly and chuck my chronal grenade in.
So you open the door. Sun Tzu chucks in a grenade. Absolutely. You chuck in a grenade, and as you open the door, you can see the two cockroaches are in the middle of this massive bedroom. Like there's this like 4-post bed. You can see there's screens everywhere. You can see all this decadent looking decoration, and they're on the floor, and like they're using some sort of device to regenerate sections of like the carapace that was beat up. And you throw the grenade immediately. Okay. Give me a shooting test.
Okay.
I love it.
Man, I've got only 1 point in that. Can I do?
If you're throwing a grenade, it's athletics.
Okay, sorry. Athletics test. Yeah, go ahead and do athletics.
Okay. I've got 2 points in that. Can I do a taunt spend on that? Because I'm feeling gross as I'm throwing it.
You could to get a bonus to throwing. Yeah. All right, sure. They like
throw them off guard.
They stay still. That's what it is. Like, what?
Yeah.
What the fuck did you say, you son of a bitch?
You're
I didn't need it. Whatever. 11.
Okay. All right. Give me a D6 plus 2. This will hit both of them. I don't even know if that's right, but that's
8.
Holy shit.
Wow.
Nice. Clutch rolls from Joe.
You just see this eruption of like cockroach gore. The green and yellows, you see like mandibles flying, pincers flying. You see the carapace rupturing, and when you look back, you can see the one that was like hurt and was the guard is in pieces and is obliterated. But His High Holiness, the cockroach, the fake His High Holiness, is getting up, and you can see has got pieces missing, but is still conscious, and is like, and like you can see they're trying to get they're removing some of the smudge that's on their wings, and you know that their wings batting them was what allowed them to time travel. But we're in initiative. So Sun Tzu, who goes next?
I think was Syra right at the door with me.
Yes, she was.
Okay. I'll say, Syra, you can go.
Sorry, it was me. Can I just fire with my gunblade?
Absolutely. So it's a shooting test, and
shooting.
Spend whatever you want before you roll.
Stitch for Joe, by the way.
Thanks. I'll spend 2.
Okay. Don't forget the other thing you could do with stitches is you could get bonus damage with it.
Plus 1 damage.
Oh, sweet.
Ooh. All right.
Nice.
So
Nice.
you hit. You got damage 5 plus 1, so it's going to be 6 total damage with one armor piercing. Do you have any stitches, Syra?
I have the one that Mel just gave me.
She gave that to Joe.
Happily, sure.
She gave that to Joe.
Sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry. I
Sorry,
misheard.
I was delayed giving it to Joe.
No, I misheard you.
Okay.
Then no, I don't have any.
6 points of damage is unfortunately not enough to kill him, but he looks absolutely terrible. Like you blow one of his legs off, and he's just like he's like wobbling around at this point. Who goes next?
Jimmy.
What?
Jimmy.
I gave you grenades, right?
Oh, you gave me a grenade. I'll throw a grenade. I
Okay.
throw a grenade
Athletics.
with my hands.
Yeah, athletics.
And I'll spend my 1 point. I get a 3.
Okay.
Oh, son of a bitch.
So that's going to explode, and it's like you're going to throw it inside, but it's not necessarily going to get him. But I'll tell you this: do you have any stitches left?
No.
Okay.
No one's given me any, Jeff.
I mean,
I gave you a stitch.
What?
he gave you a stitch. Do you want to spend it?
Hell
give you-
Thank you, Jeremy.
Okay, you can take it. You can take it for a +1 because he literally has 1
Okay.
health left. So you throw the grenade in, and and you see the second eruption of gore as this cockroach explodes.
Nice.
And there's now all sorts of cockroach bits thrown about this beautiful, fantastic, like Pope bedroom, right? They're dead. What do you guys do next?
We need to go.
Leave.
Because the real High Holiness is busy calling guards, Muck will kind of like quietly pull Thomas aside. He wants your chrono device. He will have his guards take it from us. We need to go.
Well, shall we?
Let's go back and see if this repaired the timeline.
Yeah.
Okay. So do you guys want to go back to like 1977? Did I say? Was that the original year? Or do you want to go back to your do you want to go like back to the Berlin Wall stuff in 1977 or like to see if things changed?
Yeah. Might is take it to the beginning. Yeah.
I think so, yeah.
Okay. So all of
That's
you go
where
ahead.
the org sent us.
Yeah, so all of you can go ahead and roll your chrono stability tests. Thomas, you're the one who is like up there with His High Holiness. I was like, thank you, my son. That is very kind. You are a good Christian. And like, what do you do, Thomas? Do you step away and teleport with everybody, or what?
I'm just gonna say, well, I know my place. It was an honor to serve you, but I think I shall go back to where I belong. Thank you.
You should stay. We shall reward you. We shall honor you for your services here.
Well, if I could be honored, perhaps in a few minutes, I must say I'm embarrassed to say this to the Pope, but I do need to use restroom, as I'll spend a charm point to do it.
Okay, spend a charm point. Okay.
I can't get a commendation right now. I have to tinkle.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm going to excuse myself to the privy and then
Okay.
use
course,
my
Autocron.
Yeah. This is one of those things where I don't really know how to narrate this. Like I because like you're doing that, but literally everyone around you is teleporting. So it's like we see all of these like violet orbs begin to show, and he's like, "No, wait, no!" And then like the rest of you.
Oh,
teleport.
I thought it was because I was in a separate room.
You're not in a separate room. It's a gigantic office, and then there was like this, like there was.
Then
the,
never mind. I'm just going to teleport. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, my son.
Right before I teleport, I want to mind blank him too.
Okay.
That's
Go up and you put me.
He's like, no, wait, come back here. Ah, ah.
And you mind blink them, and you guys go ahead and start going through your autocron device, and that's when you hear the sounds of the doors opening up, and you see pouring into the room all of these various guards, and then like just as like a shot goes past you or something like that, and
Just in
you
time.
all are back in 1977. Okay, so you get back to 1977, and you are in Berlin again. And you start, we'll say you start like in an alleyway this time. You don't start in like the bakery thing. And you don't hear the sounds of like people in the streets, like doing any sort of chanting. You don't hear the sounds of like any kind of movement happening, and you poke out and you see the streets are, like there's scattered people here and there. None of them seem to be going in any particular direction. You wander down the street to the Brandenburg Gate and everything's still intact. You don't see any signs of large gatherings around it. You can still see the watchtowers and such. You don't see any holes in the wall. It doesn't look like there's any bulldozers or anything set up. It doesn't look as though there is any kind of movement towards world peace happening right now. And it doesn't look as though the Berlin Wall is coming down early. You check the radio broadcast and such. You don't hear any sounds of Apollo 20 giving off any kind of speech. And it seems as though by taking out the fake Pope, that does seem to have, at the very least, prevented this from happening.
Okay.
Holy shit.
Success.
Okay.
We did it.
All right. So then we'll say, for the sake of things, you guys teleport back. You see you guys at the Citadel. You check all of the other data coming through. Talk to today's Tom Sawyer. You talk to your handler and such, and you can definitely tell like all of those different deviations are starting to repair themselves here and there. It doesn't really seem as though there's a whole like anything is really fractured. You do, like, as you start going through your paperwork, we see this like montage of you guys putting your paperwork and kind of going through like your debriefs and such. Like you start to hear like other things are happening, and you realize like one of the things that your handler and such are worried about is there's all this increased encounters with these St. Kronos people, and like they reference this team or that team had another encounter or that team another encounter. And while it doesn't seem to be changing or reshaping the timeline per se, it does seem at the very least TIMEWATCH is now butting heads more and more frequently with the Order of St. Kronos. And I think that's where we'll go ahead and we'll end it with you guys having successfully prevented Apollo 11 from exploding and world peace from happening.
That's the melancholic part of it. I know. And no world peace.
A success.
We did it.
You did it.
I mean, you've got your disintegration ray. You could go to town on that wall.
That's true.
Oh my god!
On that wall.
Very true.
All right. Okay. Well, that is it. You guys did it. You guys are heroes. Eat the cockroach people. You made enemies of sort of kind of the Order of St. Kronos while also making friends. I don't know. But you did it. Everything's great.
All the things.
Frenemies.
In the most complicated way to have a success.
No, it worked out. It was great. Like it worked out. Like Chuck picked up on it like pretty fast because he was just like because when he said like the thing that seems kind of out of order is like, is it like is maybe His High Holiness wasn't supposed to be a cockroach, and so like that was the big thing. So had you guys like exploded the cathedral, that wouldn't have actually changed history because they would have just built another one, or they built another one, and so like that's what would have happened. So you guys did manage to pick up on it, and so that's good. It was awesome. Good job, Chuck. Okay.
I did it. Thanks.
Take a stitch.
Oh, thank you.
Let's do some closing plugs and then we can get on out of here. We're a few minutes over. I'm going to start with Maitre. Maitre, where can we find you on the internets?
I am Maitre Plays Games on YouTube, where I make system agnostic or multi-system tip-top content that centers achievement for these fans.
Fantastic. Everyone's links are always in chat notes and such. If you decide to look at this later, or if you listen to this later, you can find everyone's links and whatever it is they do on the internet. Speaking of on the internet doing stuff, Joe, Chuck, what's going on with DOK?
Wednesday, we're supposed to do some more Savage Rifts. And then Friday, we're still not back to our Cyberpunk campaign. We'll possibly be doing another play test of my next game that will become Adam's problem here shortly. It's called Mall Rats, where you play as intelligent rats in a post-apocalyptic shopping mall in Topeka, Kansas.
Awesome.
So yeah, see it real early in the process on Friday.
Awesome, man. Adam, got anything else for Cannon Otter?
Yeah, sure. I've got 2 problems that Chuck gave me. There's Teenage Odyssey, as you've heard about all the time, and then there is Skin City, which just released. It is available on Drive-Thru RPG. It's also available on store.cannonotter.com. And if you're still wanting to check out Teenage Odyssey, but you're one of those types that wanted to wait until it's on sale, it's on sale right now on Drive-Thru RPG for the Christmas in July sale. So you could find it there and get it for $7.
Nice.
Yeah.
Awesome. As for us, first thing I'm going to talk about is the whole huckleberryrpg.com, where you can find it on Drive-Thru RPG. Our dear friend Steven has been making a Weird West games coming up on BackerKit very soon. If you want to check it out, there's a quick draw edition. You can try it out, see if you like it, and then back and get your own shiny copy of all the rules when they come out. In terms of streaming, next thing we got is tomorrow night, where Kipster is going to be starting us up some Hardwired Island. We're going to be playing millennial cyberpunk people doing cyberpunk stuff. Then Thursday this week, we're off this week, but we will be back next Thursday with Legend in the Mist, as we did our session 0 last week. So we're going to be starting that new campaign. Friday this week, we have our finale of Dragonbane, the Dragonbane campaign that Aaron's been running for us for the last almost, 10 months or something like that. And then Saturday, we've got Call of Cthulhu. We are at the Yucatan. We are going to a fancy dinner with a fancy man. And that's that. That's what we got for this week. Thank you for everyone who was watching. Thank you for those of you who threw out some bits and such. Very, very kind of you. That's it for us, though. We're going to get out of here. Have a great rest of your night. We'll see y'all later. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.